What's up? What's up? What's up? Coach Kyer is in the building. Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. And my question is, can you break generational curses by honoring your ancestors? This is a good one because we often talk about honoring our ancestors. We talk about honoring ancestors more than we talk about generational curses. So, but we don't normally put them two together and like think about the process and like break it down. So I want to have a quick conversation about that. All right. What up, Jenny? What up, Damaris? Thanks for sharing. Please press 2 if you share this video. Abdul Cool Tafalatat, Wabazun, Gamafaragun, Shalel Kulum. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. And I am one with all, and all is one with me. And I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. And I can be all that I wish in all as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. All right. Peace, peace, peace. Quayle, what up, Sunshine? What up, Christina? Thanks everybody for sharing the video. Please introduce yourself, what your team zodiac is, and what city and state you representing. This one's gonna be a short one. What's up, Jerry? You could have a generational curse. And you could really, we're going to be really building on this tomorrow in class. We're not having class on Thursday. So if you haven't signed up yet, go to selfdiscoveryclass.info. I'll be sending the email out to my other folks in a little while. But yeah, if somebody could type that, then I could pin it. What up, Team Aquarius, NYC? How you feeling? What up, Nikisha? So selfdiscoveryclass.info. Can somebody type that so I can pin it? What up, Miss Beth Johnson? How you feeling? Team Scorpio, Jackson, Mississippi. Team Aries in Dallas, Texas. Boy, y'all got thumped the other night, too. I'm so happy that the Cowboys lost. That's just me. What up, Team Aries in Atlanta? Generational curses and honoring ancestors. You could honor your ancestors, but keep doing the same thing that you always been doing, and the generational curse keep on falling. Just really short and simple. The generational curse can continue. The generational curse can continue because all you did was honor your ancestors. So you fed your ancestors, you burned ancestor money, but things wasn't working your way. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have this complete overhaul of your spiritual and physical and mental, mental life that you were aiming for. Well, why not? Because you got to do more than just feed your ancestors to break generational curses. You could break a generational curse maybe without even honoring your ancestors. Well, really, excuse me, let me take that back. Breaking a generational curse is the highest honor that you could do for your ancestors. Right. But you know how we always say insanity is doing the same thing over and over, but wishing for a different result? Right. So sometimes people are like out here doing magic. They're doing spells. They have their, what up, Immortal Ralphie or Solo Dolo. We forget that, yes, please type that over for me, Cheryl, if you can. Selfdiscoveryclass.info, because I definitely put that up there, and that is not the address. She said, I'm not a cowgirl fan. I feel you. But we sometimes be focused so much on, let me get the rent paid. Let me break up with this person. I want to start doing magic. Now, we totally are not focused on the generational curse. That's probably the one objective that would behoove us to spend the most time on that one thing. So when do you start working on that? And how? How do you identify it? How do you shoot, for real, how do you set up your altar for that particular battle? Because that's a war going on. What is a generational curse? Do you even know what a generational curse is? Like, we talked about that the other day. It's like links, like the beef that you have, that the friction or the conflict that's between family members. Please press 2 if you shared this video, if you just came on. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What up, Miss Rowe? Mother and daughters could have beef. Mothers and sons could have beef. Fathers and sons could have beef. Fathers and daughters could have beef. And then it could keep going on back. They could have had beef with a neighbor. And then the neighbor was like, oh, I'm finna put something on your whole family. Let me curse the father. And then that gene, he held on to it. And your body can host entities. Your body can host negative entities. Let's back up. Let's talk about the soul for a second. The soul has 617 facets. When these facets start to chip away by doing things like profanity, stealing, lying, stuff that you shouldn't be doing, that you don't even have to be like, well, that's in the Bible. So since it's in the Bible and the Bible told me not to do it, I can do it because it's in the Bible. No, fool. Some of these things is not right. You can't murder people. You don't steal. Like in the 42 laws of Ma'at, do you see that? What about operating in honor? So when you're not operating in honor, like how your soul is built, chips fall off. Chips or pieces or facets fall off, right? So when these facets fall off, they start to gather. When they got chipped off like with a negative influence. See that? It was like, so when it went off, that piece, this is negativity, this is the soul. So that piece that went off had negative energy. So if I knocked off 2, Meek knocked off 1, Tamika knocked off 1, McKinney knocked off 1, that negative energy is they're going to pull together. And then they're going to be like a thought. Yeah, that's where negative thoughts come from. Did you know that? So then they start collecting more and more and more because so many people are doing so many dishonorable things that it starts to get bigger. Now it moves from a thought to like an image, to where it's moving and it's picking up steam. But it's not a physical form yet, but it might be an apparition where somebody say, oh, I saw that out the corner of my eye, it scared me. Or now it may be coming in through people's dreams and scaring them. Then it's picking up more. It's picking up more negative shards or negative soul aspects, right? And so when it's picking up these, now it all of a sudden becomes an influence. So now it went from a thought to a damn dream to now it's a presence. And you can be like, oh, I can feel that. What's that? That's like a whole bunch of, so that might be 200 negative soul facets done gathered together, but it's still not enough for it to be a person. But then what if it doubles up to like 400 negative soul facets? It might become an entity, but the entity may not, but the entity won't have a soul. Now it's done got so solid, you can see it and it can touch and it can not just influence, but it can now speak out so you can hear it. But it may not have a shadow or may not have a reflection in the mirror. And then it's got an attitude with everybody, of course. And then all of a sudden it feels something didn't, I wasn't respected or whatever. And then it's, and now it projects all of its energy on a person who doesn't have no defenses, who's unaware. And now they done got caught up in the matrix. And now they're hosting these entities. And now when they having sex or whatever, these entities is going down. So when people be talking about a person, you have sex with a person and the entities from that person just jumped on you and rolled you down, player, the generational curse that you got on you is what's riding your butt down. Because they got off and was like, oh, we'll just get on the sun. You hanging around the bedside. I don't want to be around nobody's bedside when they dying. So the entities that's in that joker can jump off and try to get on me. No, thank you. I'm good. Cheryl says, yes, when we operate in spaces we have no business being. Miss McKinney said a generational curse could also be a parent that knows certain things are going on in the family that is not appropriate and do not do what needs to be done. Are you talking about child molestation or inappropriate sexual activity between individuals? Please say that, because that's what I'm reading in between the lines. Is that what you're saying? What up, Miss Linton? Including trying to be a martyr or where it's self-defeating. Absolutely, absolutely. Or something you know is not right in the family and you turn the other cheek. You can be specific on this channel, because tomorrow in class we're going to be asking for specifics. We're not going to be saying, oh, well, just tell us, in general. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that to your attention. What up, Victoria? I have to go over to a webinar. Me and Victoria got to go to this webinar for our conversational AI. It starts at 9 o'clock. So I got to go here with my business partners. But I want to just drop that on you. Please, I'm going to check y'all in class tomorrow at 9 o'clock. You can go over the self-discovery class. Self-discovery class. .info. Yep. Thank you so much. Yes, molesting uncles and cousins. Yeah, say what it is. We passed the whole thing of like talking around subjects. I am. Talk directly to what happened, yo. And step to these jokers too. All right. What up, Sender? Thanks for coming. But y'all gonna check the replay. This is extremely short for Coach Kai here. I gotta go get into my webinar. I found you in peace. I'm gonna leave you in prayer. I hope this was helpful, and I definitely will see y'all tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Enabakoa Gejala Kimenka, Tatia Tezera, Kabel Ronad, Amcha Sagvanu, Tahara Nunara, Na Gibor, the Shea Yakadeka, Kababa Shaman, Barkum Tarum, Rakame, Tazika Taker, Tamid Gamlin, Kasin Kadosh, Baru, Tufka, Nahela Taker, Yakit Gahel, Amchapanez, Okrea Katushka Taker, Shavatanu Kabel, Ushma, Tazakatanu, Yodea Talamo, Buruk Shem, Kavo Makuto, Lalam Vaed. Peace. Hey, Aja, what it do? See y'all later. Peace.